I'm Danica Tormohlen with Informa Connect, and I'm joined today by David Peckinpaugh with Maritz, and going to tell us a little bit about what's going on. What is trending at Maritz?
I would say front and center right now is sustainability, honestly. I think there has been a feeling for a while that it's a nice to have
Yeah.
and a soft element. It is not. It has become a business imperative. And we're seeing it more and more, not just in the EU, but really across all of our client base.
Okay.
And it is like strict requirements. Like you've got to hit a certain score in order to continue to be a partner or a vendor for that client. And it is increasing. It is now more common than uncommon
Okay.
in our business. So we're spending a lot of time and energy. We put out a environmental impact study for Maritz last summer.
Okay.
And we've got Rachel Riggs, who's leading that practice for us and doing a fantastic job. But not only with Maritz, but also our clients in consulting. So I would say sustainability is not going away. You hear all the buzz in Europe around sustainable travel, what they're doing to restrict air travel. That's going to become front and center in our meetings industry. So we got to be on top of that one. So that is a big trend, I think, right now.
So when you say that, so how does that impact? So you have to put together reports and hit certain numbers as a vendor for your clients.
Yep.
Yeah.
And everyone has a different way to go about it. So we've picked two certification programs. One is EcoVadis and the other one is CDP. And we've made a carbon commitment for 2050. We're in the science-based target initiatives as well. And so we're constantly working to increase that score because our clients are increasing the demands on us and what that score is going to be like. There are a lot of different options out there. We've picked those two to center on, and so far that's working for our customer base.
So in terms of research that you just put out, so give us some of the highlights of that.
We've got a lot of different research. So we do a trends report every single month. We've been doing that for a number of years. And that is really driven by our sales organization. They want to have those kind of conversations with their customers for that ongoing connectivity with clients. And the clients are asking for it. They want to know what's going on with the overall cost environment. What are we expecting this year? What are we expecting next year? How do they need to adjust or try to adjust their budgets? How are they preparing and putting together business cases internally in order to not only keep events, but to hopefully increase investments in those events? The whole environment around inflation, which we see softening, cost controls and realities around rates, hotel, airline, food and beverage, the whole supply chain is really front and center. It's a big issue. Everyone's concerned about it, particularly in our corporate marketplace.
Yeah, definitely costs are, and it has been impacted by inflation, but at least it is slowing a little. So yes,
it's definitely slowing. And down on the hotel rates too, average daily rates. We were at a luxury hotel property presentation this morning. Their average daily rate is down 1% year over year. So I think it shows a little bit of what's going on in the marketplace. And they made the comment that many of the planners in the room probably are happy about that. So
yeah, exactly.
Because it certainly has not been the case over the last couple of years.
It's been increasing. Yeah,
it has.
Yeah, and it's been
and it puts a lot of stress on our planners and our customers. I mean, it's tough. You can't do what you've always done on the same budget, and that's what they're being asked to do.
And they're not getting more budget. Yeah,
and they're fighting for more budget, and that's the challenge.
Yeah. In terms of products and services, what is something that you're excited about that you recently have launched?
So we acquired CDS, Convention Data Services, as of the 1st of July. And that was a really great opportunity for us. We're already a big player in registration and lead retrieval. We handle IMEX registration as an example. Some of the biggest trade shows, I think we're in 65-70% of the trade show Gold 100 in one way or another. So we're very invested in that marketplace. So adding the customer portfolio that CDS enjoyed as a great competitor of ours for many years, and then adding those people, a really talented team of individuals, that's really what I'm excited about. Yeah. And we're integrating them into Maritz.
Okay.
We're knee deep in that process right now, but it's going to be, as I said in all the initial interviews, 1 to 3 years to get through really everything that we need to get through for that integration.
Yeah. And how many people did that bring over?
About 230.
Okay.
Roughly individuals and added to our team, and we've just put Darren Phelan, who was the president at CDS and now our COO of registration lead at Maritz, and so he's leading that entire sort of business sector for us. And so we've got someone who's zeroed in on that, focused in on that, and will continue to drive not only what we're doing for our existing customers, but growth long term.
What did you, I don't know if you saw, we did a story earlier or last week about CompuSystems had an outage for
Yes.
a week. And it brings to mind the data security or security.
It's a huge
So
issue.
I'm sure that's also top of mind for you too.
Yeah. First of all, what we would like to say, we know the CSI folks well. But for the grace of God, it could be any of us. So we're here to help them and help their customers and be a good industry citizen, because that's the key thing. We don't want anyone to go through that. But cybersecurity is something that we've taken very seriously for really forever. If you think of Maritz overall, Maritz Holdings, in many ways we're a banking institution because we have all our point-driven programs, and those points have a value. So we've had to have a very robust cybersecurity practice for years. I think we've got over a dozen full-time people that are just dedicated to cybersecurity. And a great question for this month, because this is our Cybersecurity Awareness Month, which we call SAM. And it's a whole month-long campaign of different contests and way to interact with our employees to make sure that they're aware of everything that's going on, spam, phishing attempts, all the different incursions that occur with businesses today. And it's on one hand, it's really great to see that initiative. On the other hand, it's really sad that we have to spend that kind of energy and resources to really deal with bad actors. And so no one's perfect and no one is 100% protected. We do everything we can. We have every kind of certification and compliance requirement handled that we need to, and you just hope that it's all going to be enough. But even CrowdStrike, right? CrowdStrike is a cybersecurity firm, and they didn't have an incursion, but they certainly had an issue in July. So.
And then also, so when you think about CDS and then what you already had existing, what were the synergies and what are the best things out of each?
Yeah, it's been great in our what we call an optimization integration process. Is we put a team together made up of members of both sides, both organizations, and really the whole exercise is what, not the Maritz way or the CDS way, what's the best way, and how do we best serve our clients? And so in my head I have a slide because we had all the offerings, and then in the middle are the decisions on which way we're going to go. And it's not all Maritz, it's not all CDS, it's what you would expect. It's a great blend.
Bit of both.
It's a great blend. And Registration Lead is who we are. We really have always done that on the corporate market side. With the acquisition of Experience in 2012, that really put us front and center as a key player in that space. So it's in our sweet spot. It's what we do. We're now a major player in that space, and I think it shows our commitment to the marketplace, our commitment to registration, lead, housing, and we're not going anywhere. We're going to continue to grow and invest in that area.
So where are you investing, and what do you see in terms of big events, the big top 100 shows, in terms of registration? What's going on, and what are your customers asking for?
Yeah, I think the big buzzword right now is all around AI. How is AI going to affect that? How is it going to affect lead retrieval? We look at it as a tool, and it is a tool that we need to utilize to enhance the experience, both pre, during, and on-site and post. Not both, but with all those categories. And so I think we're looking at a lot of areas of investment. So we have a whole AI practice that we've built. We have a dozen use cases going on right now with 6 proofs of concept underway. And we're really excited about what that's going to mean. And while some of it is initially internally focused, it's going to have a major impact on how we're interacting with our customers. So I would say that's the number one thing that we're investing in.
Yeah.
And how is that going to evolve? Yeah. I don't think it's going to be transformational. I think it's going to be evolutionary. So incremental change over time. I think you can put a lot of false hopes on AI, but it is a tool that we have to use, and we know it's going to enhance.
How do you see it being used for registration? What are some test applications?
So really, and this capability around bots has existed for a while, but having a sort of a digital worker that is your concierge is an example to enhance the interaction you have during your registration process. That can be done live. It can be done through a bot. That's just one example of how that can be used. How you're managing inventory, let's say in a housing event, that could be very instrumental. If you look at our 12 different use cases, they're all across the board. Event accounting is one that sounds boring and dull, but it's really powerful. If you think about what we do, particularly with our corporate clients, compiling all those portfolios and folios together, AI can have a major impact on that. A lot of efficiency driven, and process efficiency.
Yeah. And I guess even though there have been bots, like you said, or the chat bots, but some are better than others, right? They haven't been that good. I feel like AI, though, is definitely getting better.
The traditional chatbot was based on static information. Now they have the ability to learn. And that's the real difference with ChatGPT and the addition of those capabilities over the last couple of years. So I think that ability to learn and grow and evolve based on a core set of information is really important and powerful.
Yeah.
Got to be really careful, though. We talked about cybersecurity.
Right.
Data security in the whole AI space is front and center.
Yeah.
And we've launched a Maritz AI platform for all of our employees, but it's within all of our firewalls, all our protection. We can still access outside data, but it protects all of our intellectual property. And that's
it's proprietary data. Right. And that's what when people talk about the breaches and attacks, you get worried about having the data breached. Yeah.
And it's not our data.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's our clients' data. And we can aggregate it, and we do that for trends reports and other uses, but at the end of the day, it's our clients' data, and we're serious about making sure that's protected.
Yeah, don't want to compromise that.
No.
So are you, for the AI things, are you, like, let's say there was a chat bot with your registration product or something, would that be something that you would then develop in-house and then?
It's possible. What we've tried to do, though, is find the right partners, because at the end of the day, we are not a software company. We use software as a tool. We do have proprietary software that we have built and we maintain. But at the end of the day, that's really not our core focus. So we'd much rather find a company that is all they do and they could be a great partner with us. So we say build where we have to, but buy or lease or borrow wherever we can. And that's our strategy.
What boards and where are you spending your time volunteering right now?
Yeah, it's very interesting.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'm on a personal side. I'm on the board of directors, trustees for a place called Chautauqua Institution. And that actually takes a lot of my volunteer time.
Is that the one in New York?
It's in Western New York.
Yeah. My in-laws used to go there every year.
Really?
For, I don't know, 40 years or something, for a long time. When my father-in-law is a
that would make sense.
And they would go there every summer.
Yeah, so that's where I'm spending my time. Okay. I've served on most of the industry boards.
Yeah, I know.
And with my new role at Maritz, I've gotten out of a lot of those.
Yeah.
But I do pick and choose and try to help out wherever I can. EIC to a little bit, a U.S. Travel Association, as much as I can. Trying to keep that to a dull work because I got my hands full with everything we're doing at Maritz.
Yeah, I bet. It's nice that you have given back so much, volunteered a lot.
Yeah, we need to get our next generation of leaders involved in those roles. Don't worry about guys like me, right? We need to get our future leaders engaged, and that's what we're really trying to do.
Yeah. When you think about our readership for TSNN, anything that you want trade show organizers to know that you're working on in terms of at Maritz, and questions that you get often maybe that you want them to know?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that we're here to stay, and I think our investment in CDS is a demonstration of that we're fully committed to this marketplace, fully committed to the trade show sector, and like I said, we're not going anywhere. So we're going to continue to develop leading edge tools, technology tools, the evolution using things like AI to take us to the next level. But we've seen obviously that face-to-face and trade shows are here and here to stay. And our job is to make sure that we're staying at the leading edge, maybe not the cutting edge, but the leading edge of everything that's going on in that space. And that's our commitment. We're a market leader. We're committed to continue to be a market leader.
Thank you so much for your time today, David. I
Always
really
great.
Appreciate it. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.